Guys, have you ever been on the receiving end of this classic line? You're a really nice guy, but I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. It's true what they say. Nice guys really do always finish last because women see them as boring and predictable. Bad boys treat women badly, but they always come up trumps. There are loads of celebrity bad boys that women lust after. Russell Brand, Danny Dyer, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Russell Crowe, P. Diddy, Eminem, Robbie Williams, to name a few. It's all about sex, drugs and rock and roll. The lovey-dovey attitude just won't cut it if you want to strike it lucky with a lady. And I'm going to talk you through the reasons why women love a bad boy. Number 1. Bad boys are full of sexual confidence. You won't see a bad boy stuttering over his words or going red when he asks a woman out for a date. Women find confidence a major turn. Secondly, bad boys have a I don't care attitude. So if you want to bag a lady, make sure you show no emotion and have a poker face at all times. Now, you won't see Russell Brand staying in on a Friday night or nursing orphan kittens. Bad boys are adventurous and aren't afraid to take a walk on the wild side. Now, women go crazy for spontaneity, so if you want women to want you, take risks. Bad boys will always stand their ground, and they're not afraid to turn around to a woman and say no. So don't be a doormat or you will get walked over. Remember, it's your way or the highway. Now, bad boys have an air of mystery around them, and women can't get enough of it. Despite what some people may say, women don't always want to know what a guy is thinking. Ladies like to be kept on their toes. Okay, so it may drive us mad not knowing what's going on in a man's mind. But what turns us on is the challenge of getting inside there. Nice guys are too available. They're lapdogs. A woman just has to click her fingers and they'll come running. Bad boys, on the other hand, are extremely independent and they don't crave women's affections. Women want what they can't have, so if you make yourself scarce, she'll come running. Finally, bad boys know how to turn on the charm and use their conversational skills to keep women interested and wanting more. They know what a woman wants to hear and they use it to their advantage. Well, they're all the reasons why women like a bad boy, and I hope you found them useful. For more great dating tips, features and advice, make sure you check out Sky Dating.
I did a video a few weeks ago called Guys Advice to Girls. So we just wanted to bring you guys girls' advice to guys. We have some things to say.
I've been interested in boys probably since I came out of the womb.
Oh my god, same.
The first time I ever had a crush on a boy was in 2nd grade, and his name was Kellen. And then I started dating boys when I was 12. How about you?
My first crush was in kindergarten. His name was Timothy.
Oh my god.
Me and one of my friends both liked him, and one time he was like the line leader, so we had to hold the door for everyone, and she like kissed his sweatshirt, and I was like pissed, and I told the teacher on her.
Oh my
god. I was like, I liked him. And I had my first like boyfriend in 7th grade, so I was like 12, yeah. When was it you first realized, there were some things that boys could do differently?
When I just kind of started dating boys, and like I would be ignored, or like they would flirt with other girls in front of me, or like any of that stuff, I'd be like, what? Like, I would never do that to you.
Right? That's actually something I still realize to this day. Like, there's things boys do to me, or like I see boys do to other girls that I would never see girls do to boys. Or like I would never do that, I never have done.
Right.
One of the main things is slut shaming, and how boys, even to like us, we're not even bros, but boys will tell us like how many girls they've hooked up with or whatever, and it's like we obviously share that information with each other, but like to a boy, especially a boy either of us would be interested in, we don't like go and say, guess how many people I've hooked up with, or like this or that. Like that's just one of the main things, like that double standard.
Because like if I were to tell a boy like how many guys I've been with or these different experiences, or like, oh, like maybe I'll say, oh, tonight I'm hanging out with a boy, or maybe next week I'm hanging out with a different boy, they'd be like, oh, what?
But
then,
slut.
but then they'll come up to us and be like, I've had sex with 500 people, 550 and counting. Thanks for sharing, but like, why can't I share that with you?
Right?
Why can't?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like a weird double standard almost.
Yeah. So that's one piece of advice for guys. Like, don't be judgmental. Like, understand that girls
are sexual beings as well.
Too. Yeah. Guys always say they want like a good girl, but then they'll go like sleep with the hoes or like the girls who just want to have sex or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not like one is better than the other or anything.
Yeah.
But they make it like they just put girls in these boxes, and that's not cool.
Where they set these expectations for girls, and then when the girls like follow those expectations or meet them, they're like, oh, like you're too boring or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not fun enough. I'm gonna go hang out with the hoes. I put hoe in quotation because you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like we're not here to slut shame. Like, have sex with as many people as you want, but don't put like, you know, double standards or shame people for doing whatever they want with their body.
Exactly.
Especially like different genders. Like don't put boys in a higher or lower level.
Yeah. There's also this thing I've seen boys do where they think just because they're nice to you that they deserve something, whether that's hanging out with them, kissing them, going further than that, whatever.
Yes, that pisses me off so much because it shouldn't be like, you shouldn't expect something for being a nice
Just a
person.
decent human being.
Yeah, like, and I've even noticed this, like, when I'm nice to guys, they'll take that as, like, flirting. And I have to start being meaner to people, which I don't like doing. I love smiling at everyone that I see on the streets. I love being extremely nice to everyone, but then when they take that as flirting or, like, oh, you were so nice to me, like, why don't you want to have sex with me? I'm like,
yeah.
what? Like, excuse me, sir?
And that's so true with walking down the street. Like, I literally, even if we're walking together, not even alone, I have to put on a bitch face and, like, glare at people because we get catcalled so much.
Yeah.
Like, don't catcall girls.
Oh my god,
It's never
don't.
gonna work. It just
Never,
makes us,
ever.
It makes us feel
It makes us so scared. I literally carry around like weapons now when I'm
No,
walking
same.
around because I'm scared of like.
I have pepper spray, I have a knife,
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah.
And guys, I don't understand, even talking to some of my guy friends, there was one time a guy I didn't know who wanted me to go to his house, and he didn't like say like to hook up or anything, but it's kind of implied. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that, I don't know him, that's scary. And one of my guy friends was like, what? Like, you really think he would try to do something? And it's like, yes.
Yeah.
They don't even like people who are your friends, guys who are your friends, like they don't even realize how scary it can be and like what other guys will do. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like it's actually like a problem. It's scary.
Walking alone, like it's something I would never do. Like sometimes like guy friends will be like, oh, why can't you just walk there? Or why can't because I'm gonna die if I do. Like someone's gonna
It's so
kidnap me.
scary. And then when we walk with our guy friends, it's like
Yeah.
like no one
It's
looks
so
at us, no
nice.
one says anything. Like it's crazy. On a lighter note, something that annoys me, it's kind of another double standard. When you're seeing a guy hooking up with a guy, whatever, and they're like, they make it very clear this is not a relationship, like we're nothing, we're just hooking up or we're just hanging out or whatever, and then they get mad if you text another boy, talk to another boy, like go on another date, not even like have sex with another boy, just
Yeah,
like, hang out with,
just
like,
talk to another boy.
yeah,
And they'll
they
be
get
like,
mad.
what? One time there was this guy that I was kind of like, you know, hanging out with, you know, hooking up with a little bit. And he made it very clear he was like, this is like not gonna be a relationship or anything, like I don't want a commitment. And I was like, okay. And so then I actually went on a date and he literally texted me, he was like, oh, why don't you just hang out with so and so? Like just hang out with him, like so just I was like, excuse me.
Like you made it clear that
Yeah.
you're committed, so why do you?
And I
feel
was
this?
totally, I was like, okay, fine, like good. You don't want to be committed? Okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna hang out with other boys too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Then when they tell you, it's like, what do you want me to say to that? You know, if they're like, I'm really jealous, or like, oh, this or that. It's like, do you expect me to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it'll never happen again? Because like, I don't owe you that. We established that it's not a relationship, or we're not committed, or we're not only seeing each other, so why would you get mad and let me know you're mad? Like, it's one thing to feel jealous on the inside, or like, fuck, because that's kind of normal, but to like share, I don't know, it's like you're trying to make the other person feel bad. You're trying to like shame the other person.
it's almost like manipulation. You know,
Yeah.
afterwards you just feel kind of manipulated. You're like, what do I do? Am I supposed to just let you just say that to me?
Right?
Like, you're just
And
gonna
it's like you start getting in your head like, well, I guess that's kind of fucked up. Like if he feels hurt, like I want to make him feel good, like I care about this person on whatever level. But then it's not. You don't do that if you don't love this person.
Or especially when they obviously are going out and hanging out with other girls.
Yeah, so there's
Like
the
I
standard.
never say anything like to a guy that I'm not in a relationship with. If they hang out with other girls, like that's totally fine. That's your thing. Like we're not
established.
together. Like that's fine. But to then be mad at me,
Yeah.
it's like
So I would say just like if you establish something, if you communicate something with the relationship boundaries, you have to follow through with that, and you can't let your ego get in the way of, like, I guess your relationship with that person, whatever it is. Don't get mad, don't let your ego get hurt if they are with someone else. Like, if you want to be with that person, let them know. Like, I want to be in a relationship with you, and that's fine. Like, cheating is a whole different thing, but if you're not together, it's not cheating, and you shouldn't, like, manipulate the other person or feel bad. It's just your ego getting in the way.
Another thing that we want to give advice on is boys sometimes don't think about the other person's feelings. And one way that I've experienced this was there was this one time that I was about to hang out with this boy. It was a while ago, but I had gotten all ready. I looked really, really good. And then 20 minutes before we were about to hang out, he canceled. And that
sucks.
Always makes me so sad. This has happened probably to so many girls, but like you get excited during the day that you're gonna hang out with this boy that you're maybe interested in and maybe you're gonna have a good time. Like you put on like a fresh face of makeup, you like do your hair, take a shower, all of this stuff, like spend sometimes hours getting ready, and then for them to just like cancel last minute. I understand if it's like an emergency or something, but usually it's just like I am very tired.
Sorry, I'm tired. That's happened to me so many times.
Oh my god, sorry,
like I'm tired from work. Like
if you're gonna cancel, at least cancel a few hours before, or
a day
even, a couple days.
Right?
Getting stood up is like the worst feeling in the entire world. Like,
and they don't even see it as that. They just feel like I'm tired, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I mean? They're not even, in every circumstance is different, but they're not even thinking like, oh, this is gonna hurt her feelings, make her feel bad. Like they're just like, I have to do my own thing.
Yeah, or when they're like multiple hours late and you're just sitting there.
Yeah. I've spent so much time like waiting for boys, especially when I was younger, because I cared more. Like I was like willing to put in the time, but now I'm like, okay, like if you don't care as much as I care, then I'm out. Girls, like women, think more of like both of us, like we're more empathetic. Like I'm gonna think about what the other person wants, like how my actions are going to affect the other person. And most guys, at least a lot of guys that I'm sure you have dealt with or whatever, think of just like themselves, like them and their dick.
Not only with that, but with like other actions as well. Like maybe if you're interested in a boy and the boy like knows that you're kind of interested in them, and then they are like saying terrible things in front of you, or like doing, oh my gosh, there was this one time I was hanging out with this boy and we were just, hanging out, and I look over and he's on his phone on Tinder while we're hanging out. And we weren't in a relationship or anything, but like to be spending time with me and on Tinder, if you're gonna go on Tinder, fine, do it, but like don't
have
do it in front of me. Yeah, at least have some motherfucking respect. Like think about how I'm gonna feel when I'm spending time with you and I look over and see that you're not even engaged, and you're not only not engaged, but you're literally looking at other girls.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
Yeah, I was literally just like so upset for the rest of the night. I just laid down. I was like, okay.
I feel like they don't even think, let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like they don't even think about like, oh, she's gonna see this and think like, oh, I'm not interested in her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, oh, whatever. Let us know. Correct us if we're wrong, boys. But
correct us if we're wrong.
I feel like we should have opened with this, but don't lead girls on. Like communicate what you want the relationship to be. If you just want to be friends with benefits, if you just want to hook up, let that be clear. Don't like make a girl think that you like her more than that or anything, because I've definitely been in situations where I thought the guy liked me and then it turns out he didn't, but he definitely led me on. And that hurts even more than just you saying, hey, I just want to hook up or whatever.
And then also if you communicate, kind of like how we mentioned earlier, but if you communicate, hey, this is not going to be a relationship, then also follow through with those actions. Like, don't be jealous.
Don't be like territorial.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I'm not your object. I'm not just like there for you to be like, yes, this girl loves only me. Like she's gonna do anything for me, but I'm gonna go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
You know, like that double standard. It's not okay. It makes us feel bad.
Don't expect things. Don't catcall. Don't lead girls on.
Do listen to, girls, women, and that includes body language and like everything like that. Like just think about what the other person may be going through emotionally, how your actions are affecting that other person.
Be nice. I feel like that's something you shouldn't have to say, but like sometimes I just get guys that are so rude. Or be respectful.
Yeah. Do communicate. Do just, be yourself.
Yeah. Be yourself. Be appreciative. That's a good one.
If you can tell someone puts effort into their makeup, their outfit, like how they look, whatever, like compliment.
Yeah.
That means a lot. It's actually such a good tip though. Like you're supposed to compliment a woman on like a non-sexual purpose.
Oh yes.
Like,
Don't
I like your
compliment my
smile, I
tits.
like your hair, like I like your outfit, whatever.
Good.
I like your eyes.
Unless you're like actually having sex or about to.
Well.
Don't
Don't be like
nice your tits.
Just be honest, be yourself, be respectful, and let us know, what your advice to boys would be, or if you're a boy, like, what are your thoughts on any of this?
Yeah.
What's your
Do
perspective?
you think it's bullshit?
Let us know. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to Sonia's channel. Follow us on IG, Snapchat, Twitter. All of that will be linked down below. And we'll talk to you guys again.
Not only did the Easter Bunny bring me chocolate, but he also brought me One Direction. There they are, in the flesh, or in the paper. So I'm going to use One Direction as a segue into my topic I'm talking about today, which is the opposite sex, the people we have to share the planet with, boys. I'm talking about boys today in this video. From this point forward, I will be referring to them as them. No, probably just boys, because they're not men. They're definitely not men, they're boys. So I'm going to start off by saying some things that I like about guys, and then I'm going to talk about things I don't like about guys, or things that guys should know but they don't, because, well, they're guys. So first off, let's talk about some stuff that we like about guys, or at least I do. Number one is when they smell good. I've always loved the smell of Hollister. I like the smell of Christmas trees. Most of all, I love the smell of boys, and when they smell really nice and just, I like the way guys smell. When they actually put forth the effort to put on cologne, I notice it, okay? I think every girl notices it, and they don't know that. They just spray it on and they're like, oh, whatever. I really notice it when guys put the effort out there to smell nice and shower every day and stuff like that. Soap, okay, it's not gonna cut it. You can put on some cologne. You guys probably think I'm like crazy, but I really do pay attention to smells, and my all-time favorite smell is either the Hollister scent, Axe cologne, or whatever, that Axe spray stuff. I like the smell of that. I get kind of tingly inside when I smell Axe and things like that, because I think of guys when I smell cologne. I guess that's like a good thing to be associated with cologne, right? But I like when guys smell good. And number two, I like when guys aren't cocky, because you could be a total god like Spartacus. You could be so godlike and like hot and have a perfect body and be so smart and intelligent and whatnot. But if you say one thing or a couple of things, since I am very forgiving, a couple of things that are like really cocky and just self-centered, like that's a major turn off for me. Okay, I'm not very sporty, if you guys know me at all. I don't play sports. I run and stuff, I stay healthy, but I don't play sports. And sports just overall confuse me so much. If you're talking about like all the cool stuff you did, most likely I'll either A, not know what the heck you're talking about, or B, not really care. If you're being cocky about it, like, why? Like, I don't care if you can do this in this many minutes or whatever. Like, honestly, if you're just very modest about it and say, yeah, I did a really good job. It doesn't matter if you're totally lying. If you did like a kick butt job, like cool beans, but you don't have to express that to the world and be like, I don't care about you making your video because my sport ability or my whatever ability is so much better than that. I mean, it makes me feel kind of bad about myself. Like, oh crap, I can't play sports. I mean, that's just one example. Basically, don't be cocky because we notice that kind of stuff. As girls, we like kind of to be the bigger, better, we like all the attention to be on ourselves sometimes. You should always put the other person or the person you're pursuing first. Don't gloat about yourself and talk about all your, things that are going on with you. Talk about the other person, because you gotta put some focus on them too, or else it's gonna be a really awkward, rocky relationship. Number three, I like it when guys are nice to my parents or like care about their families and just have a really good relationship with families, because it makes me feel like, oh, if I end up getting married to this person, I'm gonna have a really nice family. I like it when guys are genuinely nice and just very caring and endearing. I don't know if that's a word that really works in that sentence. I like when guys are nice and genuinely nice and not just putting on an act or something. If they genuinely care about me, that's what I like. I don't like it when guys talk about like how hot someone is, or like how, I don't consider myself hot, or I don't know, I'm just average basically, but if a guy is like talking about me and like, oh my god, you're so hot, whatever, I don't like that. One thing that makes me feel so special when a guy tells me this is if I'm beautiful. Like, refrain from using words like hot, sexy, or anything like that. Say that I'm beautiful and you got me, okay? Like, that's the major thing. And I like it when guys are very genuine about it and aren't just throwing out words like this, like nothing else, or I love you. Like early on in the relationship, not really like boyfriend, girlfriend, but like first start texting you or anything, cupcaking stage, that's the stage between talking and dating. It's called cupcaking. Urban Dictionary, it's a term. I hate it when guys throw around the term I love you, because I love you is supposed to be a very like intimate, very like, you have to think about it for a long time, because if you really, really love someone, it's different than just saying that, just liking someone and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. My first ever relationship, or cupcake, because it never really made it to the relationship because I cut it off too early. He called me beautiful a lot, which is probably why I liked him in the first place. He kept on saying like, I love you, I love you, I love you, and stuff like that, and it just kind of was uncomfortable for me because he wasn't making a move to be my boyfriend or anything, because he just wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't for me. You guys know, like as girls, we kind of have that like fifth sense of like knowing that kind of stuff. I don't know. I need to take a deep breath. I like it when they say my name. And that sounds kind of weird. Not sure if this is just me, but I like it when people say my name or use it in text messages. They're like, Katie, whatever. It makes me feel really special when they say my name, because it's just different. I don't know. It's really weird to explain this, but I just like it when people say my name, or when guys say my name. And I like hearing the way they say it, and it just makes me feel good. I don't know. So I'm going to sort of segue into things that guys, or how do I say this? Girls wish guys knew, or things that guys kind of overlook when girls say it or talk about it or stuff like that. I'm fine is never really I'm fine. I'm not fine, okay? I'm anything but fine. If something bad happens to them or something rocky in the relationship happens, you should be there for them and be caring and, you know, just listen, okay? You can listen to them cry their eyes out, you know, or sob into the phone, whatever. Just listen and like just nod. Like really, we just need someone to listen to us cry our eyes out. As much as girls will tell you, I'm fine, like don't worry about it, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, they're not fine. So I think that guys should all know that when something bad happens to a girl in a relationship or in their family or a death or something like that, you should be there for them. Go over to their house, call them on the phone, Skype, whatever. It's better in person, stuff like that. Just be there to listen to them and, you know, offer a shoulder to cry on kind of thing. And just be genuinely very nice. And don't use that opportunity to jump on it and be like, be my girlfriend kind of thing. Because if they just broke up with someone or something like that, relationship-wise, just give it time and just be a friend to them. That's all they need. They don't need a boyfriend, they need a friend. That's one of the things I think that guys don't really know, is that a girl is never really fine, okay? We always have insecurities and things like that, and as much as guys don't think that we are really self-conscious, we are so self-conscious. I am always conscious of my skin, of things that I just don't like about myself. Whenever a guy's talking to me, I always am thinking about it. So honestly, if you guys notice, like guys, I'm talking to guys here, if guys notice that a girl's a little bit off one day, don't ignore it, because obviously something is just burning inside of them, eating away at their soul, and you gotta be there for them. Next is a
Should I love 'em or leave 'em?
Hi, this is Tina with loveemorleaveem.com, and today's topic is, what is the appeal of the bad boy? Well, I have to admit that I like to matchmake from time to time, and nothing makes me crazier than when I try to set someone up with a nice guy and they say, oh, he's too nice. There's nothing wrong with nice, but some women are really attracted to that bad boy. In the movies I can see why you would be attracted to a bad boy, because usually the bad boy is the better looking guy compared to the nice guy in the movie. But in the movies, usually the bad guy wears the leather jacket, might look tough, but in the end he's pretty nice and he treats the women pretty well. Where in real life, the bad boys are the ones who don't call women back when they say they're going to, or never call them back, the ones that stand them up, the ones that cheat on them, the ones that just don't treat them well. So that I do have trouble with. In the movie it makes sense, but in real life, not so much. And I think there's really two reasons. I think one, women do like confident men, and bad boys are confident. You've got to give them that. They're so confident that they're really to the point of arrogance. But I think a lot of times we mistake that arrogance for just confidence. And once you get to know someone, then you see that it really was arrogance, not confidence, and doesn't look so great then. And I also think that a lot of times women underestimate the nice guy. They think that because a guy's nice, he's going to be a bit of a doormat, he's going to be a pushover, and nobody wants that. You don't want a guy that you can just kick around. But I don't think most nice guys are like that. Just because they're nice doesn't mean that they're willing to put up with anything. But I think a lot of times women just assume that and don't give them a chance. So I think those are really the biggest reasons. They're so intertwined. Women that like the bad boys seem to specifically have lots of issues with why they don't want to date the nice guys. So I do think that they misperceive both of them. But I have to say that over time, I think the appeal of the bad boy is fleeting. I think when it comes time to get in a serious relationship and you're looking to get married, that all of a sudden women start realizing just how appealing those nice guys are, and the bad boy loses its appeal, because we do want to be treated well. And if you see it enough times, either with the same bad boy or you date a variety of bad boys that all, treat you this way, you get tired of that and you decide you want a nice guy to settle down with. So that's my opinion on the topic. Thanks for joining us today. Bye-bye.
Another common question I've gotten is and this is from high school boys, keep that in mind. I just graduated from high school, so why do girls want the thugs? Okay, well, honestly, to some girls, thugs are sexy. They like the way they dress, they like what they do, the way they talk, the way they act. Really, it's their swag that they find sexy. But girls think that thugs will care about them. I mean, they want the best. They want the best of both worlds. They want a good boy and a bad boy all in one. They think they could get a thug that cares when thugs don't care. They think they can get a thug to love them when thugs don't know how to love. They probably don't even want to love girls. That's what's up here, especially in high school. Really, it's girls that don't know better. They don't know that they can't get what they want out of a thug. It's girls who I don't know, it's girls who, it's the girls basically who don't know how to love the way they want to be loved. I mean, because if they did, they would not overlook the good men. They wouldn't. I know so many friends that are still in high school, good dudes, that complain that the girls don't want good guys. Girls complain about how dudes treat them wrong, but they're running after the dudes that do it. I do see that. I get what y'all mean. But honestly, y'all just need to find girls who are on y'all's level, because honestly, the girls who want the thugs aren't ready to be loved and aren't ready to love the way they want to be loved. So they need to love themselves first. That's their problem. They need to grow up, so to speak. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. I'm sorry, dudes, who are going through all that.
Hi, my name is Shantae. I'm 32 years old, and a lot of my guy friends and guy relatives have asked me I've been asked to write books, do videos, websites, that kind of thing. I decided to try a YouTube video. They come to me for advice about women. I am very vocal and blunt about why women are the way we are. And I'm not afraid to share that. The biggest question that most of my friends and family, men-wise, wanted answered is, why do girls go for the bad boys? Honest answer, they're fun. Deep down, I think the majority of us women know that it's not going to be a long-term relationship. We know that it's just going to be fun for a while. But you're also immature when you do that. You're looking for something that's not real, because deep down we know that they're the bad boy. We know that they're just saying what we want to say, even though they don't really mean it. Most of the time they don't really mean it. We think that we can be the one that's going to tame the bad boy. Majority of the time we're not. We can't tame them. They don't want to be tamed. They're players for a reason. They're bad boys for a reason. I've dated my fair share of bad boys in my early 20s when I was immature, and had the opportunity to date some really good guys. Went for the bad boy instead. A lot of times us girls will either string the good guys along or leave the good guy, whether we're married, dating, whatever. String the good guy along while we're dating the bad boy, because we know eventually that the relationship is going to fail with the bad boy. And we want you to be there to pick up all the pieces and put us back together. Again, if you're going to be a woman that's going to do something like that, you're immature. That's why most women do things like that, make stupid decisions about dating guys like that when they're in their early 20s, late teens, early 20s. There are still women that are my age in their 30s and 40s that do that, and it's because they're missing something in their relationship. And obviously, the thing that they're missing in their relationship, they're not communicating with their significant other, so they're leaving the relationship for this bad boy, because the bad boy, obviously he's a bad boy because he's messing around with a person that's in a relationship anyway, is saying the things we want to hear, doing the things we want to do, making us feel adventurous and alive, when deep down we know we could be doing that with the person we're in the relationship with. We're just tired and not wanting to work at it. Relationships are hard. Hopefully I've answered your question. If not, shoot me an email. I'll give you my email address, and I will be more than happy to be more specific in any specific matter. Or if you have a completely different question altogether, shoot me an email, and I will be more than happy to either email you back or YouTube you back. My email address is askshante@yahoo.com. ASKCHAUNTE@yahoo.com. Again, ASKCHAUNTE@yahoo.com. Hope to hear from you, and hope this is a success. All right, good night, everybody.
Hello, everybody. This is Toyin KG, author of the book Lady Texas Frank. You all know me by, hopefully you all know me by now. I hope you all had a lovely day. And you know, when I'm doing my videos, sometimes you might hear some like chirping noises. Those are my birds. For some reason, when they hear you talking or singing or doing anything, they just start adding their own soundtrack to it. So forgive me, and I hope you can still hear what I'm saying amidst all the chirping noises. Well, I want to explore what I consider to be an old topic. And I'm hoping by now common sense has taught a lot of girls this lesson, but let me just talk about it anyways. I've heard guys say to me, why do girls go for the bad guys? And at first I thought, I don't think girls will go for bad boys, but as I've observed over the years, yes, there's this fascination some girls have with being with a bad boy. What do I mean by bad boy? I mean someone who's kind of rough around the edges, doesn't treat them exactly right, doesn't try to act as if, oh, that's my girl, and one minute they're acting as if that girl is theirs, the next minute they're, I don't know, doing something else, or they're just simply players. Okay, this is my theory. I believe just as men have male ego, women have female ego. What do I mean by this? There's this fantasy girls, some girls have with the idea that they will meet a player, a bad boy, and just because he met them and he thinks they're pretty special, he decides to leave his player ways or his bad boy ways and says, oh my gosh, girl, I'm leaving my old ways just for you, because I love you. Love you. You have done this to me. No other girl was that special that I wanted to leave my bad ways, but you are that girl, and you changed me, girl. You got the key to my change. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a boost of morale to think you changed a person from their bad ways to being a man, one woman, man person. But more than likely, you'll just be stuck with a player. That's an exception to the rule to think the guy will change because he thinks you and he thinks you're that special. You don't need that to prove you're that special. You're special. Just be with a guy that treats you right, and you know he loves you uniquely, and you love him, and he's set apart from all the other guys you met. And just be free of drama in your life. Why do you have to deal with tears and crying? One minute he's buying you flowers and treating you great, next minute he's acting as if he doesn't know you, or he's just flirting with other. I mean, what's up with that, really? want to add some more insights on another video, I want to hear your comments. So visit the website and come back. Watch out for another video coming up very soon. Bye everybody.
Say hello.
Your breath stanky.
Okay, bye. Hey guys, so a few of you have been asking me why girls like bad boys, and that is a very good question. I've had so many friends that have fallen for bad boys, and bad boys are not good news. The first thing is girls love mystery. If a guy is secretive, a girl wants to find out more. Don't know why, that's just how it is. Second of all, breaking the rules is sexy. Girls like guys who are confident, don't care about authority, and just do what they want to do. They want to be seen with the boy that just doesn't give a damn. If this bad boy gets detention, that's even better. I don't know why, but when girls are teenagers, they love annoying their parents. And the best way to do that is to date a bad boy. Parents are not gonna like that. Usually. Another thing I don't understand about women, yes I am one, believe it or not. Girls cannot stand it when they're ignored by a guy, and usually bad boys do this, so it makes them want them more. It's like when you have a sibling and you don't really want the toy, but if they're playing it, you want it. You want to know why this guy's ignoring you. But the fact is, bad boys sort of ignore everybody because they don't care. It's so sexy. Someone asked who are like more on Supernatural, Dean the bad boy or Sam the goody goody. It's gotta be Dean the bad boy. He wears a leather jacket. He has a badass car. These are just things that women like. As I've said in previous videos, the guy a girl is dating represents her. So if he's a badass and everybody likes him, that girl's gonna want him. As you get older, you realize bad boys are bad. But when you're a teenager, best thing in the world. But girls, you gotta remember, bad boys don't generally treat you very nice. Because they just don't care. They're number one. You know, growing up, I loved the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I was looking for the bad boy, but there wasn't really a bad boy or a goody goody. So that didn't really work out. But yeah, the main reasons why girls like bad boys is they don't care about authority, they're secretive, girls love mystery, and they just dress awesome. Ripped jeans, a leather jacket. Damn. If I wanted to get deep, I would say that a girl wants to be with a bad boy because she wants to be like that herself, but I don't do psychology. So question the video, girls, I want to know what kind of guy you're into. Is it the nerd? Is it the bad boy? Is it just anyone? Like the desperado? And guys, what is your favorite type of girl that you go for? Again, it could be desperado. I don't know. Go you! What do I call this look? I call it the bad boy look. Alright guys, as always, I will see you next video. Look out for those bad boys. Okay. Hey guys, it's Rhea, and today is Theories with Rhea. That's not a series. But today I'm going to be talking about a theory that I have thought of. Basically, my theory has to do with why girls like assholes. And guys are all constantly complaining about this. They're like, man, girls are like jerks. They don't like when guys should be nice. They friends should be nice guys. This and that. And I attempted to talk about this a while back in my earlier vlogs, but I didn't really give a reason for why we do this. But I really have a pretty plausible theory. Okay, so you know how in elementary school, when you're a little boy, you like push girls and you're like mean to girls and you don't like girls at all. And even if you like a girl, you're still gonna be mean to her because that's just what all the other boys are doing. Well, us girls, when we would go home and cry to our parents and be like, he was so mean to me. The thing that parents and teachers always say to little girls is, when a boy is mean to you, that means he likes you. That was just the universal answer for why every boy was an asshole to us when we were little kids, was, oh, he just has a crush on you. And this is kind of role reversal, but in like our cartoons we would watch, look at Hey Arnold. Helga Pataki is so freaking mean to Arnold, and she's madly in love with him and has a shrine of him, and keeps like a locket with his face in her bra. So I feel like because of this, it was kind of like just embedded in our brains somewhere in the back, and it kind of just voice crack, and it kind of just leads us into the way that we date now, which is if a guy is mean to you, something in the back of our mind goes off that says that means he likes you, that means he likes you. Even if that's not the case now, it's kind of there. And I think that's kind of where this comes from, where girls are just more attracted to guys who are meaner to us than the guys that are super nice to us. Now, for the other reasons why we might find guys that are mean attractive, or not mean, but just, you know, guys who like don't really give a shit, I guess I would say. Because I don't really think that a girl's gonna, if a guy hits a girl, she's gonna be like, I like you even more. I think it's just more guys who just don't really care as much as the guys who will go out of their way to do this and do that. The first one, girls really like a challenge, right? Girls don't like things to be easy. They like when they like a guy who's not available, or who's, you know, they're not allowed to date by their parents or something. It makes it more exciting. So when a guy doesn't really care as much and he's a little bit more mean to the girl, it makes it more of a challenge for them to get him to be nice to her, to get him to date her. This leads into my next reason, which I feel is that I feel like a lot of girls who date assholes think that they're gonna be like the one that's gonna change him. Like, a girl might date a guy who's, you know, such a player and he's dated all these girls in your school, and you're like, why the hell would you date that guy? In her mind, she's probably thinking, I'm gonna be the one girl that he falls in love with and changes his ways. And most of the time, that's probably not gonna happen, but that's probably one of the things going on in her head. And then the last is confidence, and I feel like this is probably not with every cocky or mean guy, but most guys come off as confident when they're mean because, you know, they don't really care and they don't care what anyone thinks about them, and they just do what they want. And I feel like that's attractive to a lot of girls versus a really nice guy who might come off as shy or just mild-mannered and stuff, which is still really cool, but a younger high school girl's probably gonna be more attracted to the guy who's like, what up, baby? I don't even like you. Let's go out tonight. So I feel like this whole girls liking assholes thing is some psychological thing that dates back to when we were little kids and we were told that if a guy is mean to you and he pushes you in the sandbox or he spits on you, I don't know what you boys did when you were younger, it means that you liked the girl. And even if you guys didn't, it made us feel better when you were mean to us. And I feel like that is where it stems from today. That's my theory on why girls like assholes. If you have a different one, feel free to comment below and let me know what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Till then, XOXO, Girl Gone Gamer.
Hey guys, it's Kara, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about why girls like bad boys. I think everyone knows that stereotype about girls really going for the bad guys out there, and I just want to explain why I think that is a little bit incorrect. I don't think that girls go for bad guys just because they're bad. There are other reasons out there that they are going for those type of dudes. I think the main reason why girls go for bad guys is because of that excitement, that adrenaline rush they have whenever they're getting to flirt and talk with them and maybe even date them. Everyone wants their life to be like a movie. They want it dramatic and interesting. They want crazy things to happen and for there to be passion and fire in their relationship. For most girls, the idea of dating a bad guy fits perfectly with that mold of what they are looking for in life. Why do you think You Only Live Once, aka YOLO, became so popular? YOLO! It's because people want to live their life to the fullest, and sometimes that's unfortunately translated into dating someone who you really shouldn't be with. Girls are not intentionally going for guys who are going to disrespect them and be rude. I only date boys who disrespect me. Sorry. Seriously, who would want that? Nobody. Girls don't want just another boring relationship. They want something exciting, and they think that they can get that out of a bad guy. But they're wrong. Another reason that girls really go for bad guys is because they want to be desired. The image of a bad boy is often associated with the image of a heartbreaker. Bad boys are players, and they move through girls faster than Mexican food does through your digestive system. Movies always portray the bad guys as moving through these girls quickly, except for that one special girl. She's different than the rest. She's better than the rest, and she's the one that makes him change. And as a girl, that prospect is very, very attractive. The idea that someone would change everything about them just for you is very alluring, and that is why bad boys are often so attractive to girls. I'm sure you've heard a girl say at least once in her life, "No, he's changed for me, I swear. He's not that guy he was before, he's different." Girls want to feel like they have an extremely significant impact on the guy that they're with. But we should all know that that is not going to happen. Assuming that someone is going to change for someone else is just It's wrong. In order for someone to change, they have to have something inside them that wants to change. They have to have an internal motivator. And a nagging girlfriend ain't gonna do that. Don't worry guys, we as girls will eventually grow out of this wanting to date bad guy thing and realize that we actually need a nice dude to settle down with. Bad guys ain't gonna bring home the bacon. Alright, so that's my take on why girls are attracted to bad boys. But if you disagree or have an entirely different idea on why girls are attracted to that, comment below and tell me. I'd really like to hear. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every single week. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
We all know what a bad boy is. He's the kind of guy who comes in, uses amazing short-term strategies, the guys that make us feel so beautiful, so cool. They may be rich, they may be tall, they may be gorgeous, they may be having an exciting career that we're interested in, and then they disappear for a while, weeks. And then they come back again, and everything's back on. And they come and they go. They dance around conversations about commitment, and they really are not the kind of guys that you're going to settle down and have a long-term relationship with, although plenty of women hold the fantasy. Now here's why so many of us are addicted to bad boys. First of all, some women have an anxious attachment disorder. Fully 1/3 of American women suffered some kind of child abuse in their early years, and that abuse often came at the hands of someone they loved. So they only know bad behavior. They only know inconsistent behavior. So they're hoping somehow to make daddy love them this time. So they're actually more attracted to the guy who is less caregiving. Secondly, some women are insecure and they confuse his emotional unavailability with self-confidence. He's aloof, he's cool. I'm gonna be the one to change him. I'm gonna be the one to make the bad boy love me, because then I'll be able to love myself better. But actually, if you stop and learn to love yourself first, you'll realize how bad boys are the one thing you definitely don't need. And finally, plenty of well-meaning women get ensnared by a bad boy through a learning theory called the random interval reward system. Remember Pavlov and his dog? All the ways to shape human behavior through rewards, there's none that's any better than the random interval reward system. It's what Las Vegas is based on, and bad boys do it so good. It means the reward varies in size, and the interval that it's administered varies in size, just like a Vegas slot machine. So a bad boy shows up, he calls us, he takes us to a great date, everything's amazing, it pays off in a big way, and then he kind of disappears, but we get dribs and drabs of rewards. He calls every once in a while, he texts us a bunch of times, maybe he does a drive-by date with us and stops for one drink somewhere, and you're waiting for the next big exciting date or the hot sex again. That's how the bad boy gets you glued to him without you even knowing. He doesn't even know that he's playing a game either, but the fact that he gives his attention in a random way at different intervals makes you addicted. So it's really important for you to become aware, if you are a bad boy chaser, whether it has to do with your attachment style, whether it has to do with your self-esteem, or whether you're just addicted to his weird or random rewards.
Hey guys, how you going? It's Hot Apple Female here, and in today's topic I want to talk about why girls go for bad boys, and this whole issue as why we date bad boys but marry nice guys as well. And along with this, we're going to cover topics of, you know, why women end up cheating on their boyfriends, or why they end up being bitchy and moody and causing fights and things like that, or start acting up, because it's all part of the same reason. And that reason is, like, this whole bad boy thing is that is based on the fact that women are attracted to two types of guys, the lover type and the provider type. And the provider type are, you know, all the nice guys out there who are very predictable and very caring and very, in some respects, they would make good dads because, you know, they're going to stick around, right? And the lover types are more like these guys who exude that more alpha male behavior. They're more unpredictable, they're more challenging, they're funnier, they're more confident, they're more assertive, and they kind of represent good genes, right? Because if a guy's being all these things, then on a biological level, on a subconscious level, we're like, oh, you know, he must have some really good genes, and we want our kind of offspring to kind of have those genes as well. So yeah, a bit of science behind that, but there is definitely, you know, besides all this culture and stuff that goes on and all our expectations and things like that, you got to remember that there are all these underlying biological things that are happening with our bodies and chemicals in our brains, and the way in which we select our partners. A lot of it is unconscious. Like, it's not something that we're thinking of all the time. And some women, like I said before, attraction isn't a choice, and women usually feel attraction. They can't think attraction, they have to feel it, and when they feel it, they really can't help it. So you could be, this just horrible looking guy, or anything. You could just, everything could be wrong with you, but if you know what the attraction triggers are, then you could have that beautiful, gorgeous woman wanting to date you, be with you, hang out with you, and do everything with you. So it's a really important factor to remember. And I kind of wanted to quickly say that there's this whole misconception that girls don't like nice guys and we love bad boys and things like that. And what I want you to realize, it's not the actual character that we like. Like, we don't wake up in the morning and go, oh my god, time for a bad boy. I mean, some women are like that, but the majority, usually the sane women, 95% of them are just looking for a really great guy, and they end up being attracted to these bad boys because these bad boys are doing all the things that trigger attraction. But if you're a nice guy, okay, you don't have to jeopardize anything about your personality, or you might have to get rid of some of those self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself, about what you're worthy of and how good you really are, and you might have to build your own self-confidence. But you could be a really great guy and learn how to use all the attraction triggers, using humor, using physical touch and body language, and teasing her and challenging her and being assertive. You could learn those skills, and in a non-manipulative way, you could learn those skills and be able to attract women who usually fall for the bad boy, but would doubly fall for you, because females, like girls, we actually do really like nice guys. Like, we do like to be treated with respect. We do like to be treated really well, and have doors opened for us, and things like that. And all those trigger attraction as well. So a lot of you nice guys are doing the right things, but just you need to tweak a couple of things. You need to hold back on a couple of things that you're currently doing, or maybe swap them with habits that are going to be much more effective for you in the future. And that's another thing that I quickly want to touch on before I run out of time. I'm trying to keep this under 5 minutes, and that is, nice guys think that learning about attraction is all about manipulation. And what I want to say is that it's just like driving a car. Like, you're still the same person after you learn how to drive a car, right? It's just that you have some new skills. And learning about attraction and seduction is kind of like that. It's just like learning how to ride, or learning how to sing, or learning how to dance. You're still yourself. In fact, I would say you even grow as a person. And so for those of you that are looking in the seduction or attraction arena, I would seriously say, like, from a girl's perspective, and you won't get this from a lot of girls, I say go for it and learn as much as you can. And it's a wonderful area that you will grow so much as a person, and you'll learn so much about yourself, life, and relationships, and relating to women, that it's going to be able to impact you in more ways than you can imagine. So that's this post for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'm sorry it's really short, but let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll be speaking to you.